Welcome to today's cryptocurrency news. Cryptocurrency prices today. Today, the crypto markets saw a surge in prices as the BTC to USDT price rose 14.16%, the ETH to USDT price rose 8.8%, and the BNB to USDT price rose 9.36%. On March 13, the BTC to USDT price was 24,269.74, the ETH to USDT price was 1,676.64, and the BNB to USDT price was 307.4. This increase in prices is a positive sign for the future of the crypto markets and is likely to lead to more investment in the industry. Latest news.
President Biden calls for stronger bank regulations in wake of SVB signature bank collapses. President Joe Biden is calling on Congress and bank regulators to strengthen rules for financial institutions in the wake of the Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank collapses. The Federal Reserve, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and Treasury Department have ensured that depositors in the failed banks will be made whole, and Biden has promised that those responsible will be held accountable. He also said that taxpayers will not be responsible for the cost of the bailouts, and that the FDIC's Deposit Insurance Fund will be replenished with fees on banks. New York Governor Kathy Hochul and New York Department of Financial Services Superintendent Adrian Harris also emphasized that taxpayers will not be responsible for the costs of the bailouts. In a statement from the White House, President Joe Biden has called on Congress and bank regulators to strengthen rules for financial institutions in the wake of the Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank collapses. The Federal Reserve, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and Treasury Department have ensured that depositors in the failed banks will be made whole and have removed senior management. The president has promised that those responsible will be held accountable, and that taxpayers will not be responsible for the cost of the bailouts. Panic mustn't be allowed to spread after SVB collapse, EU lawmaker. Following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, influential European Union lawmaker Markus Ferber has called for regulators to take action to prevent panic from spreading. He has urged EU bank supervisors to check if European lenders could be vulnerable to similar shocks, and has also suggested a rethink of how sovereign bonds are treated under bank capital rules. The European Commission and French finance minister have both sought to play down fears of contagion. However, the stock's 600 Europe Bank Index has still seen a one-day slide of 4.3%. The U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation has announced a transfer of SVB's assets to a new bridge entity in order to protect financial stability, and the bank's UK subsidiary has been bought by HSBC. In response to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, European Union lawmaker Markus Ferber has called for regulators to take action to prevent panic from spreading. The U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation has announced a transfer of SVB's assets to a new bridge entity, and the bank's UK subsidiary has been bought by HSBC in order to protect financial stability. 70M in fresh on-chain USDC positions at risk of liquidation if stablecoin Depegs by 10%. Traders using DeFi protocols to bet on a USDC revival over the weekend are at risk of significant liquidations if the stablecoin falls below its 1 million peg. On Saturday, USDC dropped to a low of 0.88 million due to a 3.3 billion hold-up in Silicon Valley Bank. However, Circle revealed Sunday that the funds would be available at U.S. banks on Monday. Despite USDC regaining its peg, two compound positions worth 20.4 million and 12.4 million respectively are still at risk of liquidation if USDC drops below 0.985 million and 0.925 million. Bitcoin, BTC, price jumps whopping 18%, surpassing $24K level. Bitcoin, BTC, has seen a dramatic surge in price, reaching a monthly high of 10,448 million. This comes as U.S. banks experienced one of the greatest collective stops in their history, due to widespread fear and doubt. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have gained ground as a result, with several altcoins also seeing significant increases in price. This demonstrates the power of cryptocurrencies as a safe haven asset, and the strength of the crypto market in times of volatility. Bitcoin, Ether and Doge soar after US Gov's SVB bailout. Experts expect increased investor interest. The U.S. government's decision to provide a safety net for Silicon Valley Bank, Nasdaq, SVB, depositors has led to a surge in major cryptocurrency prices, pushing the market capitalization above $1 trillion. Bitcoin, Ether, Dogecoin, Binance Coin, and Cardano all experienced double-digit growth, as investors sought out safer havens for their money. Experts attribute the surge in cryptocurrency prices to the growing correlation between the broader financial market and digital currencies. Regulatory compliance is expected to increase adoption and acceptance from traditional financial industries, leading to more liquidity, increased stability, and a broader range of investment opportunities for both retail and institutional investors. BinaryX releases trailer and opens beta test for Futuristic space game Project Matthew. Today BinaryX announced the upcoming launch of their new space-building simulation game, Project Matthew. Players will be able to explore space, build cities, and recruit a robot army to battle enemies for rewards. Registration for the closed beta test is now open and will be available to Windows users only. The game is set to be released in the first half of 2023 and is expected to bring in a whole new community of space enthusiasts and simulation gamers. South Korea invests over 30 million in Metaverse fund to boost economic growth. South Korea has announced a 32 million investment fund to support the development of the Metaverse in the country. This investment is expected to boost the development of the Metaverse and could have far-reaching implications for the country's advanced tech industry. KT, a major South Korean telecom company, has also released a new Metaverse platform called Geniverse, which allows users to recreate their real-life homes using diagrams of their house structure from above. This is in addition to the 170 million that the South Korean government has already invested in the industry to support and encourage the growth of Metaverse-related jobs and businesses. South Korea is making a major investment in the Metaverse, with a 32 million fund dedicated to its development and growth. The government is also providing strategic support to the sector, as well as helping with mergers and acquisitions. Major tech companies in South Korea are also investing in the Metaverse, with KT releasing its own platform, Geniverse, and Dynamo investing 380 million in Web3 startups. South Korea is leading the way in investing in the Metaverse, becoming one of the first national governments to fund its development. Puma X Final Fantasy IV Apparel collection to launch soon. Final Fantasy IV, one of the largest video game franchises in history, is collaborating with sportswear brand Puma to launch an apparel collection inspired by the game's theme of light and dark. The collection will be available in various markets on March 5, except for Europe and North America. Although some people mistakenly believed the collaboration would involve non-fungible tokens or crypto, the collection is actually physical fashion clothing. Final Fantasy has also ventured into online gaming and now has its own metaverse where users can sign up for a free trial.
Thank you for watching today. I wish you all success in your cryptocurrency investments and may you make a lot of money.